I know that we wanted to be broadcasting this on YouTube, so we can just grab the recording. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, folks. So I was Dre. He was telling me he kind of had a little blink of power over there. So that kind of happens. That happened to me. I'm based out of Orlando, Florida. So I know we have some people from the Atlanta team over here. We have some people from New York. Throw up in the chat where you hail from, what city, what country. We may have some people outside of the US. Welcome everybody. That's the wonderful thing of being on the internet, is that we are global. So as we said, feel free to share this link with people. We've got people from Georgia, definitely Seattle, Washington. That's what's up. New Jersey, right? So we're gonna jump into this. Fort Worth, Texas, definitely. So as Dre said, we don't want to punish anybody for being late, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, because one of the wonderful things about this is that you guys get to see and not just hear what we're talking about. So definitely, I want to help everybody understand this as best as possible. So what you guys are seeing right now is actually my profile page on OpenSea. So OpenSea is one of the marketplaces where you can buy NFTs, and they originally started with Ethereum is the blockchain. They're usually tied to a particular blockchain, but it's started to expand to Solana. They have other blockchains that they're working on and integrating into it, so more people can come on board. So I'm going to go into a little bit. This is going to be an introductory class. So I'm going to go into mainly, I'm going to be focusing on the utility of NFTs as well as rarity of NFTs, right? So for people who may not be too familiar about NFTs, you can see here I have a variety of NFT. These are all individual projects. I have a ton of NFTs that I've been collecting, and I'm going to go over just a few of them just to give you guys an understanding, and just so you can see some different examples, right? So one of these I actually bought this morning because I've been watching it for a few weeks, and I just figured, hey, I've been talking about it, so I might as well just pull the trigger, and I bought one this morning, actually. So you have different types of NFTs. You have sports-based NFTs, you have music-based NFTs, but the original NFTs started off mainly as pictures, as you see here, what they call picture for proof, or some people call profile pictures, PFPs. So this one right here is an emissary from the Metaknyts. It's a profile picture. This is a profile picture, right? This one is considered an avatar because this can be used in 3D gaming as well. This one is a derivative project from a project that I invest in. It's called the Punk Droids, and then the creator started making these dancing punk droids. So just to show my support, I bought that one as well. This one is Snoop Dogg, but if you're familiar on social media, he calls himself Cosmo Demichi. So there's an artist who started getting into the NFT space. He started making NFT artwork that's using classical art styles, painting styles, and putting hip hop characters and some famous celebrities into those paintings. So he made this one for Snoop, and I figured I'd get it just understanding the value. And we say no rarity, there weren't too many of these when he announced it. He only makes a few of them at a time. So I just went and invested in this one as well. This project is called TOTA. It's Tribes of the Aftermath. So this one is based on, something happens to the earth, is, nuclear holocaust, and then the evolution of humanity after that. So it's a story and it's a game that's tied into it, and people who own the NFT get to participate in the story when they sell the story, as well as the games that's going to come out after it, right? So this one over here is another profile picture NFT. Is actually one of the more popular Bored Ape holders. He helped create this project, and these different characters are basically, it's called Paradise Trippies. So that this goes back to when the character of his NFT project was basically high on some drinks on Paradise Island, and what he was dreaming about on those islands became these NFT characters, right? If some of you are familiar with FX, the channel, they have the cartoon Archer, where they make fun of like 007 and that kind of thing. The team behind the artwork for the Archer cartoon are the ones who created this NFT platform project called ETH Walkers. So basically it's a town that takes over, run over by zombies. And when you buy your NFT is a human character. But as you go through the game, there's a website where you have to actually go in on a daily basis and pick actions that you want your character to go through. And you either gonna survive through the end of the story, or you're gonna get turned into an NFT. And sorry, you're gonna get turned into a zombie. So you can see my character got turned into a zombie. And the cool thing about it is, as you make choices on the website, it affects the metadata, which is the data behind your NFT. So my NFT actually changed from a human face to a zombie face. And then if I move the zombie from a different location, the background in the NFT changes as well. If I acquire a weapon, if I get an axe, if I get a shotgun, the NFT will change and you'll see the character holding that weapon. So it's pretty cool. They had season 1 ended, and now they're gonna start season 2 later this month, where it's actually gonna be, this one took place in a small town called Port Smiths, but the next season is gonna be in Miami, and it's supposed to be even more things that you can do with the character. I mentioned this one in the conference that we had in Atlanta last week. It's called the Matriarchs, Untamed Matriarchs. So when you purchase this NFT, they actually take a percentage of the profits and they donate it to various nonprofit organizations that save elephants and that protect elephants from poachers. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. And I'm just gonna go into this really quickly, some of the things that we're gonna talk about. So when you're trying to find NFTs, people always wanna find out about NFTs. So this is one project, right? It's called the Metaverse. So if you're familiar with the Wu-Tang Method Man, this is his NFT project. So, one of Method Man's nicknames is Meth, M-E-F, instead of Meth for Method Man. So he calls this the Metaverse. So this character is just one of the characters. It's actually a comic book, and they have a metaverse reality that you can go through as well. And that's in development right now. So when you look at your NFT, you buy your NFT, one of the things that people are hoping for is they're looking to profit from selling their NFT. So you can come in here, if you buy this character, now you want to know what's special about this character. So you scroll down and they has the properties here, and they'll tell you different things, right? So it has background, the cliff, the eyes. So they're telling you the eye color, different traits. So you can have different eye colors. What's on his head? So he's wearing a cap. Does he not have a cap? Does he have an afro? Does he have a fade? Right? What's going on his head? Right? With the mouth, is his mouth open? Does he have a grill? Right? Does he not have a grill? So all of those things are tied into making this individual character rare or common. So usually 10,000 NFTs are usually minted in a project. So out of those 10,000, the ones that are minted, that's where they get these numbers from. So if they only minted 5,000, that would affect these percentages. But when you get a fully sold out project, these numbers are as accurate as they can be, right? So even the zip hoodie is a yellow zip hoodie. They're giving that a 0.3% of the characters in this project have a yellow hoodie, right? So there's certain things that you can do if you're really trying to corner the market on this project. You can come in and say, I'm going to buy every NFT in this project that's wearing a hoodie, or I'm going to buy every NFT that has a gold grill, right? Or every NFT in this project that has yellow eyes, right? So that's some things that some people like to do. They like to make mini collections inside of a project. And when the project becomes popular, then they kind of cornered the market on a particular trait, right? And then one of the strategies that people have is that, you know, as it grows in popularity, they only sell a little bit of it. They're holding multiple numbers of those NFTs, right? So you come and you find out about this project. Maybe your friend told you about the project. So what you would want to do is you would want to go to various locations. So one, you would want to start with Twitter, right? So you would go to Twitter and then you would type in the search, right, Metaverse, and here it is. And then you would see right here, 10,000 followers, right? That's not too many, but 10,000 is a good number. This project started in January. Usually you want to see something more in a 20,000, 30,000 range. But again, that's just one key piece of data that you're looking for. What you also want to do is you want to go to Discord. This is Discord right here. When you go to Discord, you come here and you see, you sign up for it. You have to do some verification. So when you come into Discord, you can also see how many people that they have in Discord. I'm trying to see if it's going to show me. This one's not showing me how many they have, but it's usually very similar to the number that they have in the Twitter account. But when you come to the chat, that's where you want to see that you have activities in the chat, right? So if I come down here to general, that's usually where you have the chat and you can see people have been talking. There's a lot of activity, a lot of conversations that have been going on. This is since yesterday. All of these conversations, people are talking about the project. So that's what you want to see. And then if you're interested in purchasing the NFT or you're interested in getting stuff from the project, they always have something called official links. So right here in the Discord channel, they have their official links. And when you click on it, it'll give you everything that you need so that you can purchase the NFT, so you can access their Twitter. Because if it's a really popular project, people will clone the website, they'll clone the OpenSea account, and you'll go on a random link and you're on a fake website. So that's one of the things that you want to do is go to Discord to access the official links in Discord. So that way you can get to the real link to the projects, right? So as I said, there's this project right here. One of the reasons why I got into it is because I am a fan of Wu-Tang. I'm also like what they're doing with their with the project. They're gonna have a comic book. I'm curious, just out of curiosity, I want to see what type of content they release, what type of comic book is gonna be, as well as their metaverse, which is in beta right now. I've played around with it a little bit. It looks very interesting. The controls for the character is very unique. So I'm just curious to see where this goes, right? So I own 2 of these NFTs. So again, one of my strategies is to own at least 2. So that way, if this does blow up, I have one that I'm gonna hold for long term, and then one that I sell so that I can make a profit and get my investment back at least. So said, how can you, somebody asked a question, how can you weed out the fraud clone accounts versus the originals? Are you talking about other people who are trying to sell NFTs to you who may have fraudulent accounts, or do you mean fraudulent accounts on OpenSea? if you're talking about OpenSea, you just want to make sure that you're just using the official links. That's the best thing that you can do. Sometimes if you come into these communities and you start to know people and you start to chat with people, sometimes they will trade with you directly, but you have to be careful. There are platforms that will allow you and that will facilitate trades. So I can place my NFT up for a trade, and then that platform will help facilitate the trade. And that's a little bit easier because if the person doesn't send their money, you won't get your NFT back, right? So, yeah, so with OpenSea, the best thing that you can do is you can go through Discord. So if I go through Discord here and I click on official links, and I come right here, I go to OpenSea, it'll take me directly to the collection, right? So if I click on here, it'll take me directly to the collection, and then I can see what's going on, right? So this is one of the other projects that's tied to the Metaverse project, right? So let me see if I can find the official. So this is it right here. That's their website. And this is their OpenSea link right here. Right, so this is the official website. And you can see all of it is starting to populate right now. All right. So just to go through some more examples, as I said, you have various projects that you can come on. Let me move this over. All right. So this is the one that I mentioned today that I bought today. So this is called Stickmen Toys, right? So I saw this on Twitter. It was trending on Twitter. And sadly, this was a free mint. At least the first 1,000 were free. So that's been a trend lately on Twitter, but that's been a lot of rug pulls or a lot of fake accounts where they'll say a lot of fake projects. They'll say it's a free mint and they get a lot of people's attention and there's like, oh, free NFT. But what you actually are doing is you're gonna still have to pay transaction fees when you buy a free NFT. So that transaction fee can be $5, it could be $10 based on the gas fees. If it's Ethereum based, you're gonna pay gas fees. Like when I bought this one, I bought it for close to $150 and the gas fees were $5. So for Ethereum, $5 is really cheap for gas fees. I've purchased NFTs where the gas fees were $50, $60, and even close to $100. So to have a $5 gas fee for this project was really good. But when they say it's a free mint, it's not free because you're still paying the gas fees, and the gas fees get split, a percentage of that goes to the people who made the project, right? So they're not giving you any utility on top of that, right? So this project, when you go into it, I liked it a lot because I was doing my research and I saw that it was designed and built by, partnered with Bose. So I can come on the OpenSea and I can come here, go to their website, and I can do a little bit of research and see directly the partnerships that they have. And they have Warner Records and Bose, right? So they, again, and you see their marketing, toys, but for big kids, right? So they're already talking about that they're gonna be doing various things. They're gonna have music, and the actual NFT itself has music associated with it. Each one of these, when you get one, has its own track. So I can play the track for this one.
Make a difference, time to make a change. Look beyond the future, find a better way. Time to make a difference, time to make a change. Look beyond the future, find a better way.
So we all know Bose, or people who are familiar with Bose, they're high-end speakers. They make high-end speakers, high-end headphones. So I am very bullish on this project. I can say I want to see what they do with this because it's related around music and just the artwork and the design of this project has me really interested in. So this is just getting started. So I want to see what's going to happen. I only purchased one and I'm looking to get at least another one. As I said, my strategy is always usually have two of a project. And again, a lot of people know about bows, but a lot of people still don't know about NFTs. So I am surprised that the floor of this project, and when they say floor, the base price of this project is 0.07 NFTs, right? So this is, you come here and you can see it is, they usually show you from the lowest to the highest price. And there's different colors, right? The different clothing and the different hats, right? Some of them have glasses, some of them have shades. I don't know what this one has on his head, but again, it's just going to be interesting to see this one develop, especially as you start to get these big brands coming into these projects, right? So that's the main thing, right? When you're looking at an NFT, one of the things that I always say is go with what you're already interested in. Are you interested in sports? Are you interested in music, right? Are you interested in tech, right? There's usually some type of thing. Are you interested in animals, right? So there's usually something that you're already interested in that you can follow an NFT about. Right, so when I come here, another project that I talked about is Bat Cowls. So this is created by DC Comics themselves. This is not some random person who had an idea about doing a project with about Batman. So the helmet is called a cowl, and basically every single they have different cowls. So I own two, right? So as I said before, I got two of these. So this is one, and you can see here the color is different. It's got the flashlight, the triple flashlight. And I put this in just to test the waters. I put this up for sale for $40,000, right? I don't really expect it to sell, but not at that price, but hey, who knows, right? So these two right here, they gave away for free last year. One of them is Harley Quinn and the other one is Green Lantern, a female Green Lantern. They gave these away for free because they launched this platform. It's called DC NFT. So just to launch the platform and get people interested, they gave these away, right? So the cool thing about the Bat Cowls project is that the people who are part of this project actually get to vote as a community, and they get to decide on the creation of an NFT, of a comic book, a DC comic book for Batman. So right here on their Discord, they're showing you some of the votes that have already been put in. So they selected this design out of 4 different designs, and you can see the numbers here of the tallies for Batman's actual costume, right? So this is the costume that was selected. The one that I voted for just had his regular boots. I'm not really a fan of the thigh-high boots, but hey, again, the community voted, right? So who is gonna be his sidekick? So they want Robin, his son in the comic book, Damian Wayne is gonna be Robin in the comic. Wait, the one who won out is Nightwing, sorry, Nightwing won out. So that's gonna be his sidekick in the comic. Then where is the villain's lair gonna be, right? It's gonna be in Chinatown. Who is the villain gonna be? Brainiac. So I was surprised about that because Brainiac is not really a major Batman villain, but hey, again, the community won out, right? What is a costume that Nightwing is gonna wear, right? So again, I'm really excited about this project as well because this is an actual comic book that is gonna be released to the public. It's gonna be a hard copy comic book. So when they promote it and say, hey, the community of Bat Cowls is the one who created this NFT project. When I bought this NFT, this was the base price is $300. I do believe once this project comes out and that comic book comes out, it's gonna bring attention to this project and these NFTs are gonna be worth more than what it's currently worth, right? So again, I like Batman, I like comic books. Will this thing sell out? Will this thing do a 10X or 100X? I don't know, but I like the fact that I had the opportunity to collaborate on a comic book, right? So another project that we have is a music project, right? So there's various different types of music projects. You have some artists who just create an album and they digitize the album. You have a lot of artists who are doing that, and especially independent artists, because they can mint their music on a blockchain and they can sell it directly to their community and they make those profits. They don't have to share that with a label. They don't have to share it with any platform that is going to take a cut of it, that's going to ask and only give them pennies for millions of streams, right? So this project is called The Sky's the Limit, right? Something that Biggie always used to say. So his family actually gave the rights of one of his tracks. Is called the Fulton Street Freestyle. So his family gave permission to this platform. So this is a platform that I mentioned before. It's called oneof.com. So they gave the rights to that. So anyone who bought this NFT, now their community, very similar to the Batman project, their community is going to decide what you're going to do with that freestyle track. So the goal is to take that freestyle track and then allow people to other artists to make remixes out of it, to sample it, to put it in commercials, you know, what people do with music, right? So they actually partnered with I forgot what this music legend's name. They partnered with him to help promote the project. So any work that gets done with this project and with the freestyle track, the community is going to vote on it, as well as having, as it says, additional benefits to NFT holders, early access to the metaverse that they're launching this fall, as well as events, VIP activations, and more, right? So if you're a fan of Biggie, it makes sense. If you want to go to events, concerts, that kind of thing, they're being a little secretive on some of the surprise things. This thing sold out in the first day, but there's still some relatively cheap. As it says right here, the floor price is still $110, right? As far as NFTs go, that's somewhere pretty reasonable for an NFT project. So the way that they rate these is they have gold, you have diamond, platinum, gold, and green, right? So I bought a gold one. So I want to go and get at least another one. I want to see, maybe I can get a platinum one. The diamond ones are in the thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars. Here's a diamond one, is selling for $175, right? So when you go in here, you can see what are the traits that this one has. It's usually, again, what is he wearing? What is he holding? What is the background is? He's got the chain, right? So when you come in here, you can see the background. It says rare. The background is rare, 2.5%. His face, right? Resting face, 51%. The face is pretty standard on most of these, so you're not going to see anything change on that. The hat, only 14% have the hat, right? The turtleneck, 3% have the turtleneck, so that makes it rare. The sunglasses, 2% have the sunglasses, so that also makes it rare. The necklace, right? 0.5% have the necklace, so that makes it legendary, right? So those are the types of things you're looking for if you're looking to flip NFTs. Whoever got this, they probably got it at the mint price for $100-something, and then now they're putting it up for sale for look at how much. Not saying that somebody's gonna buy it at that price, but hey, they're setting the mark, right? And then who knows, when stuff starts to happen and they start having events and then they release the track that they make and they make a remix with that track and people are like, hey, I want to be part of this community, right? Will that make this a little bit more attractive to somebody to want to get in on this project, right? So those are all of the types of things you have to ask, is that, are you a fan of hip hop? Are you a fan of Biggie? Do you want to participate in this community? And what type of NFT do you want in your collection? Just to be part of this community, you don't need to have a rare NFT, right? You're gonna get the same voting rights as somebody who has a diamond NFT if you have a green or a gold NFT. So this really just, again, bragging rights for somebody to say, hey, check out this NFT, right? This one looks pretty cool, right? But I'm pretty sure they didn't even put this one up for sale. This person didn't even put a price on it, right? Gold background, it's got the crown in the back. He's got the gold chain, he's holding a microphone. I'm pretty sure any of these with him holding a microphone is gonna be pretty rare, right? So this one, 3%. 3% of the NFTs have him holding a microphone, right? So here's another project. This one I got in last year. That's the one I talked about, the Paradise Trippies. So they finally launched. One of the things that they have is the island. So Paradise Island is what they call it. And you can actually go on the island, and now you can go on scavenger hunts. So you can go to different areas of the island. And if you go on their website, this is what you see. It's called Mermaid Cove. So when you go in there, what you do is you actually have to have a special NFT, and that NFT is a hammer and chisel so that you can mine resources. So you come here and you can see the crystal, you can mine these crystals, and that you're able to get various prizes. So this is Party Pete. He's the inspiration behind this, the guy who owns Party Pete. So you're able to see in there, right? So when you come on here, you can actually interact with these characters. So it's a little bit of, gameplay here, and then you can do various things. And then one of the first things that they actually did, not letting me, here we go. One of the first things that they actually did is that they had this game kind of similar to Wheel of Fortune. So you can see here, if you own any of their NFTs, you're gonna get one free spin of the wheel per day, right? So there's various things you can win. You can win regular tokens that they have. You can win USDC, and you can also win some of their various NFTs. They have two different NFTs, Cosmic Trippies and the regular Paradise Trippies, and you can also win merchandise. So if I come in here, I'll spin, and let's see if I win something today. You're gonna win something, but is it anything cool that I'll win for today? So 700 of their tokens, I'll hold on to that. There is some more utility that they're gonna put to their projects where you can buy some assets. So if there's certain assets in the game, so you can see the ticker here letting me know that my free spin for the day is gone and I have to come back tomorrow. So if I come over here, I already went to Mermaid Cove, Ogre's Den, let me see. I believe it was at the swamp. So you can also dig for their the crystals, mine the crystals. I believe it's every 14 hours or so. So I mined this one yesterday and it says I found something, right? So I click on this and I won some crystals, so 15 crystals, and I'm gonna add that to my stash. So if I come up here, this is my stash of various things that I've won already in the game, some tokens, a skull, glass of wine, a bottle of wine, a trippy brew. So this is very interesting because the trippy brew might make my character, one of my NFTs, if they drink the trippy brew, it might mutate them. So there's different things. Some people may want these and they're gonna create an exchange where you can actually cash these out. So there's a trippy frog, right? So if somebody finds these valuable, I can barter these or I can cash them in. So this is just more of a little bit of gameplay in this project. And then we come to the one that I'm really excited about, is the Metaknyts project that I'm helping to do the marketing. I'm a community manager for it. So it started off, this is a comic book. It's also a metaverse that they're working on, a play to earn metaverse, but they also have a lot of other things that they're doing. They're just getting started. So some information is gonna be coming out for this project. They're gonna be doing a fundraise. So when I mean fundraise, they're gonna be doing a share purchase where you can actually buy shares of the company, right? So not any, this is the only company that I know of that's an NFT media product company that is actually allowing the public to buy shares of their company, right? So I'm gonna be giving information out to the public about that next week, but right now you can purchase their NFT. This is one that I have a couple, right? So this one right here is an emissary, she's a priestess in the story. So looking at that, and then what they're gonna do is they're gonna release a comic book. The comic book is gonna be released next month. So they already have the whole season for season 1 is already done. It's gonna be what is called a motion comic. So I'm gonna show you, this is one of the pilot episodes. So you come here, and I'm gonna play this for you guys. So it's a video, and it's called a motion comic. So it's not a static thing that you read. It's not a PDF file. And it's basically a story that goes around the metaverse, what we call the Digiterra, is their version of the metaverse. And the good guys are trying to protect the world from these bad actors who are trying to steal their data, right? So they're called fangs. So you see the guy, the main character, he's having a flashback where he's fighting, he's learning how to fight, and then now he gets attacked. Right, so I don't want to go through the whole thing, but some pretty good graphics that they have in here. And one last piece that I want to show you about this, on their website, you can go on their website, you see it here, metaknyts.com, there's tons of information. Also on their Twitter and their Discord, there's tons of information. You can see their whole team here, some Black company that they're doing, you know, the developer, the CEO, founder here, the artists, they have 4 different artists. They're all, you know, young entrepreneurs doing their thing. The developer is here as well. So you come here, they even have a demo where you can see, this is just a demo of the play to earn game that they have on the website. Right. So you're going through your inventory, selecting various weapons, selecting various armor for the character, right? These are things that you can win. These are things that you can pay for, right? And they're all NFTs. The actual character right here is called an avatar NFT. And one of the unique things that they're going to be doing is that you can take this and it'll be in your digital wallet, in your MetaMask wallet, and you can take it outside of the game. So if this program to be interoperable with other games, you can take your character and avatar and take it and play with it in other games. Right, so more utility that they have coming, and they're going to be releasing what they call the alpha version of this game later this year. So we're hoping somewhere around the holidays, people will be able to take this game for a test drive. And just the graphics, there was a demo I saw the other day, is going to blow people's minds away, right? So that is some of the NFTs that are available, some of the stuff that's from my personal collection. I didn't go through a lot of them. I have over 100 NFTs. That was just the Ethereum stuff. I have NFTs from Cardano. I have NFTs from Polygon, from Solana, right? And again, the main thing about it is you want to be asking, what am I getting into this project for? What value is it going to bring to me? I don't want to just get it because somebody said this is going to blow up, right? What enjoyment, what value is going to bring to me from day one? The first day that I buy it, what can I do with it? What is it going to allow me to do? Is there an event that is going to come up that is going to allow me to go to that event? Right? They had NFT NYC in this 2 months ago. In July, they had it. And a lot of people who had different projects like the Batman Cowls NFT. They had a party. If you owned a Batman Cowls NFT, free access, right? So a lot of things like that, they give value for their community. So some of these projects I mentioned in our conference that we had, right? The NOS NFT project, right? You get royalties. So you buy the track if you own the NFT, every time a track sells, you're gonna get a small piece of that, right? So there's a lot of different things you can see. And one last thing that I'm gonna share, I almost forgot, is here. This is again a sports metaverse project. It's called Sports Metaverse, right? By Sports Icon. So you come in here, they have various athletes that they've signed to this project. They're gonna have a metaverse stadium where they're gonna play and watch games in real time, but they also have this thing called a fan cave. So you can come in here and instead of just buying NFT land, you actually buy this room where you can display your NFTs. It has a virtual bar, virtual pool table, so you can hang out with your friends, kind of like a suite, a VIP suite in a stadium, right? So again, when you're looking at projects like this and you look at who's behind them, right? You can come on here. Let me go to the main page and see who is behind this team. And that was one of the things that got me excited, is when you go to the team and you see who they're partnered with, right? Doom is a major game, PlayStation, Sony, NVIDIA, Epic Games, EA, right? EA Sports. You can't do much better than that. Then you start looking at these names. I don't recognize most of these guys, but there are two people on here whose names, if you know the name, but by the face, you should know the face, right? Chad Hurley, the founder of YouTube. I think you could say that's a successful guy, right? And then who's this over here? Nas, right? So he's a small partner in this, right? So he's, trying to plant his flag on the NFT space, especially on the metaverse. So when I saw this, just doing some research online, I saw that this project was dropping, and it's just sharing it with the community, like, hey, you should get in on this. And it's still relatively cheap. They just sold some of the land on here. So again, this is very similar to if you've been to Sandbox, or if you've been on Decentraland. You can come on the map and you can see very little real estate has been spoken for, right? So there's only a few arrows in here, right? You can see on here with some of the icons are on here. There's a little plots of land so you can see what's for sale. This is still new territory, right? So as they start to build this out, I expect a lot of these to just be, they're already going to be spoken for, right? The same way if you go on Sandbox right now, you go on Decentraland, is almost impossible to find a plot that's not spoken for, right? So I was just talking to the founder of the Metaknyts, and we're talking about a project that dropped earlier this year, where it was a project where they were promoting and saying that a lot of celebrities and artists had gotten in and bought some real estate, actual penthouses and buildings in a metaverse project, but they hadn't had any traction because all they had was an empty metaverse and some real estate. So if I go there and I buy a property, but you don't have any people coming to it, right? What value is it? What value does it bring, right? Right now, you can go on Sandbox, you can go on Decentraland, and you can have fun. There are things for you to do. If you create a metaverse and you have some programmers create a metaverse, but you don't have things for people to do right off the bat, where's the value, right? You don't build a skyscraper and hope that people are going to lease the floors, right? You find the leasees first, and then you start building, right? So some of this stuff is pretty straightforward strategy stuff, but a lot of people get a little bit too ahead of the game. They get too excited and they think build it and they will come, you kind of have to have the community already before you start building, right? So I'd like to open it up. Talked about a lot of stuff. There were some questions in the chat. I was able to go through it, but if you have any questions, go ahead, unmute yourself, and let me know what you think, or what would you like to know about NFTs?
First, real quick, here's why we do this so it doesn't go on YouTube. We're gonna go ahead and stop the recording. So